let's discuss the new topic, that is inequalities. Now, what is inequality? We know equalities, right? Equal things, equal expressions, equations, we know that. Inequalities means we are dealing with the greater than and less than sign. So there are a few conditions for the triangle, inequalities of a triangle. So we are going to discuss that topic now. There are two most important theorems that we need to understand. We are not supposed to prove that. So we are going to understand the theorem, then we are going to do problems based on that. So the first is this one. If two sides of a triangle are unequal, okay, so we are taking one triangle and two sides of that triangle is unequal, means not equal, then the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Okay, let me explain you that what does it mean over here. So first of all, let's take one triangle, right? Simple, one triangle, let's say X, Y and Z. Now here we can take any two sides. Let's take XY and XZ. So XY and XZ. So we have taken two unequal sides which are not equal. Then the angle opposite to the longer side is larger. Right now, let's consider that this is of 10 centimeter just for the purpose of understanding. And this is 7 centimeter. So what we can conclude, right? Which of the side is greater? We can say that XZ is greater, right? So we can write XY less than XZ. Remember, wherever this is open, we consider that that's the bigger side. So XZ is bigger, right? And XY is the smaller. Now what can we conclude from these sides about the angles? So it's written, then the angle opposite to the longer side. Now which is the longer? Longer is XZ. Now opposite angle to that is what? Angle Y. That is larger, means angle Y is larger. Okay, so let's write here XZ opposite to side angle XZ is angle Y. So angle Y it is. Now opposite to XY is what? Angle Z. So angle Z here. Done. Now we can do one thing over here, means that angle Y is greater than angle Z. So this is the conclusion. This is how we can write mathematically this theorem, right? So first you take two sides, then you identify which is the longer side, and then you take the opposite angle to it, then you will come to know that which angle is greater. This is the basic idea. We are going to solve few problems for the understanding, right? So two sides of a triangle are unequal, then the angle opposite to the longer side is larger, right? If you have the longer side, opposite angle will be larger. That's it. This is the basic idea. Now let's move on to the next one. You must have learned this inequality theorem maybe in the primer grades or previous grades, right? So let's start. The sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Okay, let's just take the same triangle here. Let's take something else, P, Q and R, right? The sum of any two sides. So let's take any two sides. Let's say PQ plus QR. So sum of any two sides, we have taken it, of a triangle is greater. Okay, it is greater than what? Greater than the third side. Third side we can, now PQ is done, QR is done, so what's left? PR. This is the simple statement, right? We are going to prove many results based on that, so we'll get an idea how to approach the sums, right? So these are the two inequalities. Now in this case, reverse is also possible. Keep in mind, right? Reverse in a manner what? Let's say if you have this condition that angle Z is less than angle Y. So what we can write? What is the opposite of angle Y? Opposite side of angle Y. That is XZ, right? That will be greater because angle Y is greater. Then for angle Z, what is the opposite side? That is XY. So XY less than XZ. See, this is where we started from and this is what we are getting again if we follow in the reverse way, right? So these are the two inequality theorems. First is about if you have the larger side, opposite angle is the larger. And the second one, sum of two sides of any triangle is greater than the third side, right? You add any two side, the answer should be greater than the third side. So these are the two inequality theorem of the triangle. Now let's discuss few questions. Let's solve few problems. Let's start with the basic understanding of the theorems that we discuss. First problem. In the triangle PQR, if angle R greater than angle Q, then what can we say about the sides? Okay, so we have one triangle. This is just a random triangle, that is P, Q and R, right? And it is given angle R is greater than angle Q, right? So what can we conclude about these sides? So let's start. Okay, this is same as the theorem that we discussed. If you have the larger side, then angle opposite to larger side will be greater. Same reverse manner we need to think. If the angle is greater, then opposite side will be what? Greater one, right? Or longer. So let's start angle R. Angle R is over here and angle Q is over here. So opposite side to angle R is what? PQ. So let's write PQ here, greater than, and angle Q opposite to angle Q is what? PR. Very simple to do, right? This is just the conclusion, we can do it. This can be asked for the MCQ, right? What can we talk about? What can we say about the sides? Very simple to do. You start with the angles, just make sure opposite. You need to select properly, right? Don't get confused. R is there, so here PQ. Then angle Q is there, so PR. So this is how we can conclude any relation related to sides when relation between angle is given. Let's discuss one more problem related to second theorem. Let's start with the question. Is it possible to construct a triangle when its sides are 5.4 cm, 2.3 cm and 3.1 cm? So three sides are given of the triangle and we need to check, can we make triangle with the help of these sides or not? So let's start. First of all, 5.4 cm it is, then 2.3 cm it is, and finally 3.1 cm. So here we are going to check that sum of two sides should be greater than the third side. So let's add these two. So first of all, we are going to add 2.3 plus 3.1. So here 3 and 1, that will make 4. Here 2 and 3, point here, and 5 centimeter. So sum of two sides should be greater than this one, right? Greater than this. But in our case, it is equal to that. So we cannot consider that as well. It should not be equal to, but it should be always greater, right? So this is not accepted. So we cannot construct the triangle. Let's write triangle is not possible. Triangle is not possible. Simple, right? Right, this is how we can identify with the help of the theorem. You have three sides, you add any two and cross check that are you getting the sum greater than or not. So this is how we identify that with the given sides can we make triangle or not with the help of theorem. Let's discuss one more question related to theorems that we discuss. Let's start with the question. Triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 30, C is equal to 80 and A is equal to 70. Then prove that AB greater than BC greater than AC. Okay, so first of all, let's take one triangle and name something. Actually, it's given ABC, so let's write A, then B and C. So angle A is 70 degree. This is angle B, that is 30 degree, and angle C is 80 degree. Right? This is what we are supposed to write. And what we need to prove? We need to prove that AB greater than BC greater than AC. This is what we are supposed to prove. So how can we do that? So far we know how to prove for the two sides or two angles, but we have three over here. Nothing to worry about. Let's start with the basic idea. So which is the biggest angle out of all three of them? That is angle C, right? Which is the second biggest or second largest? That is angle A. And the smallest is angle B, right? So we can write that angle C is greater than all of them and angle A is greater than angle B. So this is the reason, this is how we can start from, because this relation is given indirectly. We have the values, so we can generate the relation, right? Now opposite to angle C. Angle C is here, and which is the opposite side? See over here, this side, and this side is named as AB. So AB, then let's keep the greater than sign. Then opposite to angle A. Where is the angle A? Angle A is here, and opposite side, it is touching this one. So that is BC. Good. And the last one, angle B. Opposite to angle B is this side. This side is what? AC. Now if you compare with the question, we got the result. Very easy to do that, right? With the help of the theorem, right? So we use the theorem and we find the relation between the three sides. Very simple to do, right? If you have the relation for side, you can get relation for the angles, or vice versa. If you have the relation for angles, then you can get the relation for the side. So this is how we prove result with the help of theorem.